Welcome to Cord Cutting Today for August 29th, 2019. This is the show where I break down some of the biggest stories happening in the world of cord cutting right now and give you my opinion on them. Now, if you want to learn more about these stories, read them for yourself. In the show notes down below, I'll have a link to each story so you can read them, come up with your own opinions. We'll love to hear from you. If you're new here, hey, do me a favor, hit the subscribe button, hit the thumbs up. It helps us a lot because it lets YouTube know you enjoy what we're doing. Helps us get closer to that 100,000 mark that we're so close to. And hopefully we can help you break free from the high cost of cable TV, or maybe just get the most out of your Roku, Fire TV, Apple TV, or whatever you use. So hit that subscribe button, hit the thumbs up. It really helps us a lot. All right, real quick, there is a hurricane heading towards Florida right now. I had a hurricane come through where we are in Texas not that long ago. So be safe. Listen to the authorities there. Please, please, please be safe. But if you're looking for a way to watch it, a lot of people have been asking, how do I get the Weather Channel content? A lot of people seem to want that. There are other many free ones, but we have a guide in the show notes down below of how to access the Weather Channel as a cord cutter without a 2-year contract. Has been one of the harder networks to access as it was sold. There's new owners, which means new negotiations and all that fun stuff. But there's also a new service called Friendly. $5.99 for SD, $7.99 for HD, includes a bunch of channels, including the Hallmark channels and the Weather Channel. So you can watch it for $5.99 if HD is not important to you, or $7.99 for HD. It's a pretty good deal. Check it out, link in the show notes. But I have other options there like News On and Weather Nation and more to be able to watch coverage of the hurricane heading towards Florida for free. So keep that in mind, especially with News On. I really like what they do, the ability to look at the local TV stations, because when this kind of stuff happens, often the local TV stations have the best coverage, right? And News On has this great thing where they'll often put a tab at the top that says breaking news, and they'll put TV stations that are offering free 24/7 streaming coverage of their news programming about the hurricane. So check that out. If you have one you would suggest, a legal option only, please, link in the show notes down below. And I do know that local now in affected areas will stream the Weather Channel live if you're in the path. They typically don't do that nationwide. So if you're like in Washington or Michigan, because there's a hurricane in Florida, you're not necessarily going to get the Weather Channel for free using a local now through a service like Sling TV, etc. So just keep that in mind. All right, a lot of news happened in the last couple days. Let's take a look at the deals first. TCL's 55-inch Roku TV, this is their 4K HDR version, is at a new all-time low price of $299.99. This is a really good price on a really big TV. So if you're looking for another TV, $299 for a 55-inch 4K HDR TV with a Roku built in, check it out from TCL, link in the show notes. Also, Amazon has a new deal. Not quite as good as the other ones, but this is not a bad deal if you need a Fire TV right now. If you buy 2 Fire TV sticks, whether it be the HD or the 4K Fire TV sticks, after you activate them, you're going to get a $20 Amazon credit. So you first have to activate them, you have to turn them on, set them up, and then you get a $20 Amazon credit. Not a bad deal for somebody who already planned to get those deals. All right, last deal, a reminder, don't forget Disney Plus is offering 33% off if you prepay for 3 years. The catch here is you need to sign up for Disney's official fan club, D23. Once you do that, it will show up in your account's special offers. They say within 36 hours. Some people said 48 it took to get their offer. Some people said it took a couple hours. But if you wait, because this deal ends next week, if you wait till like Sunday or something, you may have waited too long to sign up and create an account and try to get this deal, because then the deal may be gone already. So if you want 33% off Disney Plus, don't wait. Sign up now, because I've heard a lot of people like, oh, I'll just wait until the last minute to get it. Just be aware of the fact that it takes time after you create the account for the offer to show up. All right, let's get into the news of the day. Most Disney Plus subscribers, according to a UBS survey, which UBS is a research group that does a really good job covering the world of cord cutting and everything happening in the world of cord cutting and traditional media, says 57% of all Americans who plan to get Disney Plus intend to drop something. Whether that be, they say most of them intend to drop a pay TV service like cable TV, Sling TV, PlayStation View, etc. or on-demand service like Netflix, Hulu, Amazon. A smaller fraction said they intend to drop a premium service like HBO, Showtime, Stars for Disney+. Now, this kind of goes against the argument against all this, right? That, cord cutting is just going to get so expensive. Well, we already know that's kind of crazy because the content on Disney Plus is not content you're going to get through cable. You can't go to Comcast, sign up for Comcast, and get the content offered on Disney Plus. It just doesn't work that way. Same with Netflix and so on. But it also seems that, this idea that, hey, you're just going to end up with 8 or 9 services is not true. Our surveys of our readers say that 93+% of them say they subscribe to 4 or fewer. Overall, though, 73% say they subscribe to 3 or fewer streaming services. So it seems that cord cutters are saying, hey, I got all these services. I don't need all these. So if I want to add Disney Plus, something in this line is going to go. Doesn't mean it won't come back. For instance, if you drop Netflix, doesn't mean that when Stranger Things comes out next year, hopefully next year, that the new one, that people won't go back to watch the new season of Stranger Things. I just think we're in a point where people are wise. This idea that I'm going to subscribe to something and keep it all year, it's just not there. Now, Disney Plus, Hulu, and others have tried to fight that by using the cable model of, hey, each show comes out one a week. So if there's a 10-episode series, it's going to take 10 weeks for all the episodes to be released. That way you can't subscribe, binge watch it in a month, and cancel unless you're willing to wait until the entire show's been released. So this is going to be one of those games. Kind of, it's a new thing, new changes. Now we're learning more about how each side's reacting. We're learning how you, the consumer, is managing your subscriptions. And we're learning how Disney and others are going to try to respond to how you're managing your subscriptions. So let me know, do you plan to cancel something if you intend to get Disney Plus? If so, what do you plan to cancel? Leave us a comment, let us know. All right, yesterday, within an hour of stopping the recording, Hulu released a new grid guide. If you remember yesterday's video, I said that, hey, the Apple TV description on iTunes included information about the new app, but didn't have the new app yet. Well, within an hour, it was live. Now on Roku's and Apple TVs, is rolling out to all of those devices with the new live TV grid guide, which allows you to go 14 days in the future in a cable-like traditional grid guide format for the live TV service. Not all the changes they announced are live. Some of the new home screen changes and so forth haven't been implemented yet. But we have the grid guide now on Roku and Apple TV. And some Android TV and some Android phones are also getting this, along with Xbox One customers, some. Hulu's doing A/B testing, it seems like. They've confirmed on Android and on the Xbox One that A/B testing is happening, where some customers are getting the update, others are not. This allows them to say, hey, we're going to release this new app to a handful of people. If everything goes bad, right, only a few people be affected, we can fix it, find out what went wrong with a glitch. But hopefully that means, since they're in A/B testing on Android TV, Xbox One, and Android phones, that we'll see this update roll out to all of them very soon. So let me know if you're one of the lucky people to have an Android, Xbox One, or Android TV. I've heard from some people already. You're getting a first look at the new app right now. All right, Plex, let's keep moving on. And let me know, did you use the new Hulu Grid Guide? What do you think of it? If you want to see it, in our story down below, we posted a video here on YouTube with a quick 5-minute demo of what's new in the Hulu app. If you were somebody who maybe skipped out on Hulu Live TV because you didn't like the lack of a traditional cable guide, I get it. 30 years of doing the same thing, it's hard to say, hey, we're just going to walk completely away from how it used to work and try something new. So let me know if you like it, if this may bring you back to Hulu. Leave us a comment. All right, earlier this year we learned that Plex wanted to launch a free ad-supported streaming service to compete with people like Pluto TV, Tubi, Crackle, the Roku channel, Xumo TVs, etc. Now they have announced their first partnership with Warner Brothers to bring some Warner Brothers movies to Plex later this year, no date announced yet, for free with ads. So Plex is a media server that allows you to manage all your content. They've also had a growing amount of free content on their news programming and more integrated into the app. Now they're bringing movies there. So it'll be interesting to see if other movie companies are announced before the release. Warner Brothers is the first. I don't think they will be the last, but we'll keep a close eye on this. If you use Plex, leave me a comment. Let me know what you think of it and what you think of the service. I've used Plex. I love the ability. We recorded all of our old VHS home videos to our computer, and I use Plex to be able to stream it out to all the family around the area where they can access all of our old family videos from back in the day. That was quite the project. You may want to, just time-wise, paying somebody may be better, but you can do it yourself. But it's a pretty cool feature, and I like Plex. So I'm excited to see them expanding into free ad-supported content. We just saw them completely redo the user interface, probably as part of an initial push to get ready for the launch of this new ad-supported video movie, TV show streaming service. So let me know what you think. We'll love to hear from you. And last story of the day, PlayStation Vue once again updates its Roku channel to fix some of the bugs from the previous update. So just over a week ago, PlayStation Vue updated its Roku channel and it broke a lot of stuff. Favorites was gone. A lot of people complained about how they remapped some of the buttons, a lot of crashing, and more. And it does bring a little bit of a different look and feel to the Roku channel, but it brought a lot of bugs. Now they've updated a fix to bring back favorites to the grid guide and to address some of the crashing. Now, not all the bugs have been fixed, not all the annoyances have been fixed, but it definitely has been a major update. Now, Sony has not ever publicly acknowledged these issues. When this bug fix rolled out yesterday, we broke the news. But it's kind of one of those things where it's like, you're telling me we're both looking at this and figuring out what's been fixed and what's broken, because Sony isn't commenting on that. So if you found any changes, any bug fixes, or anything wrong with the new PlayStation Vue app on Roku, or the PlayStation Vue Roku channel as they call it, leave us a comment, let us know. Go to corecarsnews.com, click on the contact us, send us an email. You, the viewers, you, the readers out there, sending us tips about deals and news are a huge help. A lot of the news we write about comes from people like you giving us tips. So huge thank you. Help me out if you found anything about PlayStation Vue. Hopefully it addresses many of the issues you may have experienced. All right, that's it for today. Don't forget, noon Eastern, we are back with the podcast this week. I apologize about last week. Jess's internet was completely out. She was not able to get online to do a video, and using the phone for the podcast just wasn't a good option. So leave me a comment. Let us know what you think of the show. Make sure to subscribe. If you've been here a while, don't forget to ring the notification bell, because we post almost every single day at least one video. We would appreciate your support. We'll be back tomorrow with more CoreCard news, tips, and tricks. And today at noon Eastern for the podcast right here, as Jess and I really break into the biggest stories now from the past 2 weeks and give our opinions on them. So take care, everybody. Be safe. If you're in the path of the hurricane, please listen to the authorities. Please be safe. Not worth it. Let's just say that. So I'll see you all tomorrow, and thank you so much. We really appreciate your support.